Before you open your eyes fully, before the mental list begins to form, just let yourself be here for a moment. The morning light is breaking through, even if you can't see it yet. It's already touching the edges of your window, reminding you quietly that hope is a daily gift, not something you have to manufacture or earn. You're awake. That in itself is grace. Before you reach for your phone, before you calculate what today will demand of you, just receive this one truth. You are alive, and that is no accident. Your very existence, this breath, this heartbeat is a deliberate act of God's will. He meant for you to be here, in this room, in this moment, in this season. Let's start in the silence. That's the best place to begin any conversation with heaven. Not with words yet, not with requests, just silence. The kind that settles. You're waking up under a canopy of divine favor. It was spread over you while you slept, and it remains now as your feet find the floor. Let the stillness of this room settle deep into your spirit. There's no hurry. The world outside is already spinning, but in here, for just a few more minutes, we can be slow. I want you to know something before the day takes shape. There is no quota of productivity you need to meet to be loved. None. Not today. Not ever. The Father's affection isn't tied to your output or your efficiency. It just is. Constant, unchanging, already decided. And yesterday, whatever happened, yesterday's failures, those moments you wish you could redo, they have no authority over this new hour. They're finished. They don't get to follow you into today unless you invite them, and you don't have to. God is already waiting for you in the moments ahead. Not watching to see if you'll mess up, waiting, like someone who's been looking forward to spending time with you. He's in the kitchen as you make your coffee. He's in the car as you drive. He's in the conversation you're dreading and the task you keep putting off. Already there, already present. So breathe out the tension. Go ahead, just let it go, and breathe in God's steady peace, not frantic peace, not the kind that has to be conjured up or clung to desperately. Steady peace, the kind that holds you even when you're not holding it. You're starting this day with a clean spiritual slate. Whatever shame tried to sleep next to you, whatever regret whispered in the dark, it doesn't get to set the tone here. You are free to begin again. That's the mercy we're standing in right now. The rush of the world can wait a few more minutes. The emails, the notifications, the people who need things from you, they can wait. This space, this quiet, it belongs to you and to God. No one else gets to crowd in here yet. Let your heart be soft this morning, soft and pliable in the Father's hands, not defensive, not braced for impact, just open, receptive, like clay that trusts the potter. You are not a machine. You're not a series of tasks to be completed or problems to be solved. You're a soul, and souls need nourishment. They need tenderness. They need to be reminded that they matter beyond what they produce. There is a gentle rhythm of grace available for your schedule today. It won't look like chaos, even if your calendar does. God has a pace for you, a sustainable way of moving through the hours that doesn't require you to fragment yourself or run on fumes. Rest in this certainty. You are fully known. Every thought, every fear, every hope, He sees it all. And He's still here, still close, still committed. That's not a burden, that's safety. You don't have to hide or perform or pretend. You're already seen, and what He sees, He loves. So let's invite the Holy Spirit to be the guest of honor in your home today. Not as an afterthought, not as a religious decoration, but as the actual presence we defer to, the one we make room for in our decisions and our conversations and our reactions. As you begin to move, whether that's toward the bathroom, the kitchen, or just sitting up in bed, carry this with you. You are not alone in this day, and you are not required to be flawless in it. Let's walk into the morning together. You're moving now, from stillness into motion, and that's good. That's how mornings work. But let's not leave that quiet place behind entirely. Let's carry it with us. As you step toward the bathroom, as the water begins to run, know this: your prayers are already heard. Before you even find the words, before you form a complete sentence in your mind, God knows. He's already listening. So if all you have right now is a sigh or a half-formed thought, that's enough. It reaches Him. When you wash your face, when the cool water touches your skin, let that be more than routine. Let your soul be refreshed, too. There's something sacred in these ordinary acts, the way water cleanses, the way a new day asks us to begin again. There is holiness in the simple act of preparing for the day. God is here, in the mirror, in the steam, in the quiet hum of the morning. Maybe today already feels heavy. Maybe there are tasks ahead that seem too much. Let me remind you, strength is available for tasks that feel too heavy. Not all at once, not in a rush. But as you need it, moment by moment, it will be there. You don't have to carry everything right now. Just this moment. Just this next step. As you make your coffee or tea, or whatever grounds you receive, that too as grace. Even the caffeine in your cup is a small mercy to enjoy. The warmth in your hands, the smell that wakes you gently. These aren't accidents. They're kindnesses tucked into the rhythm of your routine. Let gratitude be the soundtrack of your morning routine. Not forced, not loud, just present. A quiet thank you that rises naturally. When you get dressed, when you pull on your clothes for the day, step into them knowing something deeper is true. You are robed in righteousness. Not because of what you'll accomplish today, but because of who you already are in Christ. The clothes are just fabric, but the identity underneath that's unshakable. Look around your home for a moment as you move through it. Your home is a shelter against the chaos outside. It holds you. It gives you space to be human, to be slow, to start over each morning. Don't take that for granted. And as you prepare to leave it, know that you're not just getting ready for work or errands. You are equipping yourself to be a blessing to others. Whether you realize it or not, your presence matters. The way you show up even tired, even imperfect, it matters. Ask God quietly, even now, to align your mood with His joy. Not manufactured happiness, not fake enthusiasm, but His joy. The kind that runs deeper than circumstances. The kind that can coexist with hard days and still hold you steady. God walks with you through every doorway you pass today. From bedroom to bathroom, from kitchen to car, from home to wherever you're going. He doesn't wait for you to arrive somewhere important. He's with you in the transitions, in the in-between spaces, in the movements that feel too small to matter. If you're getting into your car now, or stepping onto a bus, or beginning to walk, let this be more than transit. The commute is an opportunity to listen to God's whisper, not a wasted stretch of time, not just something to endure, but a space where you can be quiet with Him, where you can let the noise of your thoughts settle, where you can simply be your car. If that's where you are, can be a moving sanctuary of praise and safety. It doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't have to look impressive, but it can be a sacred space, a place where you talk to God out loud, where you breathe deeply, where you remember who you are and whose you are. Let the traffic, if there is any, be a reminder to slow down and trust. I know it's frustrating. I know it feels like time you don't have, but maybe it's an invitation to release control, to stop trying to force the world to move at your pace, to trust that even delays are held in God's hands. You are safe on the road because heaven watches over you. I don't say that flippantly. I mean it. You are not navigating this alone. You are not unprotected. There is a covering over you, an awareness of you, a care for you that doesn't depend on your ability to stay vigilant every second. As you get closer to your destination, whether that's an office, a job site, a school, someone's home, let yourself carry something with you that the world can't see. Arrive at your destination carrying a hidden sense of calm. It won't make sense to others. They might be frantic or rushed or already overwhelmed. But you can walk indifferently, not superior, not detached, just steady. The atmosphere changes when you walk into the room, not because you're trying to make it change, but because you carry something with you. Peace, presence, the residue of time spent with God, even if it was brief, even if it felt incomplete. God is setting up divine appointments in your schedule today, conversations you don't see coming, moments that will matter more than you realize, people who need exactly what you carry, not your expertise, not your solutions, but your calm, your kindness, the way you see them. So as you step out of the car, as you walk through the door, as you greet the first person you see or remember, you're not entering this day alone, and you're not entering it empty. You're here now in the thick of it. The emails are stacking. The responsibilities are real. The people around you are already moving at full speed. And it would be so easy to let that pull you into a frenzy. But let's not. You have wisdom for the emails and decisions waiting for you. It's already in you. You don't have to panic or scramble or second guess every word. The wisdom you need, it's available right now, in real time. As you open each message, as you face each choice, you can trust that clarity will come. Not all at once, but enough, always enough. Let your presence be a stabilizing force for your co-workers. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to try to fix everyone's stress. But just by being steady, by not matching the chaos around you, you become an anchor. People will feel it, even if they can't name it. Your calm is contagious in the best way. Remember this as you work. Work is a way to partner with God's creativity. Whatever you're doing, whether it feels important or mundane, you are bringing order into chaos just by being there. Every email you answer with care, Every task you complete with integrity, every interaction you handle with patience, it all matters. It's all part of something larger than you can see right now. But here's the thing. Do not let the urgency of others steal your inner peace. Their panic is not your emergency. Their rushing is not your rhythm. You can care about people and still move at the pace God has given you. You can be responsive without being reactive. You can help without absorbing everyone else's anxiety. God is the silent partner in every meeting you attend. He's there in the conference room, in the break room. In the hallway, conversations feel insignificant. He's watching, listening, guiding. You're not alone in these spaces, even when it feels like you are. And your integrity speaks louder than your job title. The way you treat people, the way you handle pressure, the way you tell the truth, even when it's inconvenient. That's what people remember. That's what matters. When you feel overwhelmed, and you might, at some point today, remember who holds the world. It's not you. You were never meant to carry it all. The world is held, sustained, kept spinning by someone infinitely stronger and wiser than you. And if he can hold the world, he can hold your day. He can hold this project. He can hold this conversation that's gone sideways. He's got it. A quick prayer can reset your perspective instantly, right there at your desk, in the middle of a task, with your eyes open. Just a few words: help me, guide me, steady me. That's all it takes. The connection is immediate. The realignment happens faster than you think. You are protected from the sharp words of stressed people. Not because you won't hear them, you might, but they don't have to pierce you. There is a shield of love surrounding your emotions. Words spoken out of someone else's pain, they don't get to define you. They don't get to derail you. Let them bounce off. Let them fall to the ground. They're not yours to carry. God's opinion of you is the only one that truly matters. And his opinion is settled, favorable, unchanging. So when criticism comes fair or unfair, you can hold it loosely. You can consider it without crumbling under it. And when praise comes, you can receive it without needing it, because your worth isn't up for debate anymore. It's already been determined, and it's secure. Rejection cannot land on a heart that is already secure. And your heart is secure. Not because you've done everything right, but because you're held, known, chosen. So if someone says no today, if something doesn't work out the way you hoped, if you feel passed over or overlooked, it's not the end of the story. It's just a moment, a redirection, not a verdict on your value. You are navigating this day with a heavenly compass. It's pointing you in directions you might not always understand in the moment, but trust it. Trust that the right doors will open without force. You don't have to kick them down. You don't have to manipulate circumstances or convince people who aren't ready. If a door is meant for you, it will open. And if it stays closed, that's information too. That's protection. That's God steering you towards something better. Fear is a liar that has no place in your narrative. It will try to tell you that everything is falling apart, that you're not enough, that disaster is around the corner. But fear has always been a liar. It doesn't tell the truth about who you are or what's coming. So when you feel it rising, name it, call it what it is, and then turn back to what's true. You are loved, you are guided, and you are not alone. God is weaving a plan that is bigger than your to-do list, so much bigger. What feels urgent to you right now might not even register in the grand design. And what seems small and unexpected conversation, a moment of kindness, a decision to stay calm, that might be the very thread he's using to create something beautiful. You don't have to see the whole picture. You just have to trust the weaver. And your family, the people you love, the ones you had to leave behind this morning, or the ones you recarrying in your thoughts, they are tucked safely into the pockets of God's care. You don't have to worry about them every second. You don't have to be everywhere at once. They're held, watched over, covered. Even when you can't be there, God is. So, as the day continues to unfold, as tasks give way to interactions, as work bleeds into the deeper parts of life, the relationships, the emotions, the unseen battles, let's keep walking together. You're deep into it now. The day has opened up fully, and with it, all the thoughts that come when you have a moment to breathe. Thoughts about the people you love. Thoughts about what could go wrong. Thoughts about all the things you can't control. Let's sit with that for a moment. Distance cannot separate your loved ones from God's protection. I know you think about them. Your children, your spouse, your parents, your friends, whoever it is that weighs on your heart when you're apart. But they're not out of reach. Not to Him while you work. God is watching over your household. He sees them. He knows what they need. He's there in the ways you can't be. You don't have to carry them in your worry. You can carry them in your trust. Anxiety wants to convince you otherwise. It wants to tell you that if you're not vigilant, if you're not mentally rehearsing every worst-case scenario, something will slip through the cracks. But that's not how this works. Anxiety dissolves in the presence of the Good Shepherd, not because you fight it off, not because you muster up enough faith to banish it, but because when you remember who's with you, when you remember who's leading, the anxiety just loses its grip. You are anchored in a hope that does not disappoint. It's not wishful thinking. It's not fragile optimism that shatters when life gets hard. It's solid, rooted. The kind of hope that holds you even when circumstances don't make sense. The unknown is not scary when you know who holds the future. You don't have to see what's coming. You don't have to have it all mapped out. You just have to know that the one who does see it, He's good, He's kind, He's for you. God is filtering out distractions to keep you focused. The things that don't need your attention today, He's holding them back. The noise that would pull you sideways, He's muting it. Your steps are being ordered in a good and pleasant way. Not forced, not frantic, but ordered, arranged, set in a path that's better than you could design on your own. Remember who you are in all of this. You are not an orphan. You're not wandering through life hoping someone notices, hoping someone cares. You are a cherished heir. You belong. You have a Father who delights in you, who provides for you, and who watches over every detail of your life with tenderness. That identity doesn't shift based on how today goes. It's settled. There is a specific good work prepared just for you today, not for someone else. Not something you have to stumble into or figure out on your own. It's already there, waiting for you to step into it. Maybe it's a conversation. Maybe it's a small act of kindness. Maybe it's just showing up with a steady heart when everyone else is fraying. You don't have to force it. You just have to be present. Shine quietly without needing to prove your worth. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room. You don't have to perform or impress or convince people that you matter. Your light is steady, unforced. It doesn't flicker based on who's watching. Just be yourself, the version of yourself that resting in God's affection, and that will be more than enough. Kindness is your most powerful tool this morning. Not a strategy, not control, not even competence. Kindness. The way you speak to the person who's struggling. The way you respond when someone snaps at you. The way you offer grace when someone doesn't deserve it. That's what shifts atmospheres. That's what opens doors you didn't even know were closed. Listen more than you speak and hear the heart of God. In the conversations that happen today, in the requests that come your way, in the quiet moments between tasks, listen, not just words, but to what's underneath, to what God might be showing you, to the needs that aren't being spoken out loud. You are a vessel for peace in a noisy culture, and sometimes peace is just presence, listening, being fully there with someone. Let your face reflect the confidence of a child of God, not arrogance, not pretense, but confidence, the kind that comes from knowing you're loved, knowing you're safe, knowing that even if today is hard, you're held. People will see it. They might not know what it is, but they'll feel it, and it will matter. Generosity of spirit is a hallmark of your faith. Not just generosity with money or time, though those matter too, but generosity in how you think about people, how you interpret their motives. How do you give them room to be human, to be imperfect, to have a hard day? You can afford to be generous because you've been given so much, because you know what it's like to be on the receiving end of undeserved kindness. And listen, you have permission to pause and breathe whenever you need. This isn't a race. You don't have to keep going until you collapse. If you need a moment, take it. Step outside, close your eyes, breathe deeply, reset. God isn't disappointed when you need to pause. He built you to need rest, to need rhythm, to need moments where you stop producing and just exist. God is fighting battles you will never even know about. Things that could have gone wrong but didn't. Conversations that could have exploded but were diffused. Dangers that were quietly redirected. You don't see all of it. You don't need to. But trust that there's more happening behind the scenes than you realize. You're more covered, more protected, more watched over than you know. Every problem today has a divine solution waiting to be found. Not every solution will look the way you expect. Not every answer will come on your timeline. But there is an answer. There is a way through. And you're not the one who has to manufacture it. You just have to stay open, stay trusting, stay willing to see what God might already be setting in motion. So as the day moves forward, as you step into whatever's next, the meetings, the phone calls, the decisions, the moments of doubt or clarity, let's carry this with us. You are known, you are guided, and you are deeply, deeply loved. We've walked this far together, from the first waking moments to right here, right now. And I want you to know you're ready, not because you have it all figured out, but because you're not walking this day alone. You are walking in a stream of endless provision. Everything you need, strength, wisdom, patience, courage, it's already flowing toward you. not in one overwhelming wave, but steadily, moment by moment, breath by breath. You don't have to hoard it or worry that it will run out. There's always more. Nothing can happen today that takes God by surprise. Nothing. Not the email that derails your plans. Not the conversation that goes sideways. Not the unexpected expense or the sudden complication. He's already seen it, already made provision for it, already prepared a way through it. So you don't have to brace yourself against the unknown. You can move forward with open hands. Your vulnerability is safe in the presence of Jesus. The parts of you that feel fragile or uncertain or not quite enough, they're safe with Him. You don't have to armor up. You don't have to pretend you're stronger than you are. He knows, He sees, and He doesn't flinch. Let go of the need to control the outcome of everything. I know that's hard. I know it feels safer to keep your hands tight around the steering wheel. But surrender is the quickest path to serenity. Not giving up, not checking out, but releasing your grip on things you were never meant to hold in the first place. Trust that God's handling it. Trust that His version of good is better than yours. You are building a legacy of faith with small choices. The way you respond when you're frustrated. The way you show up even when you don't feel like it. The way you choose kindness when no one's watching. Those small choices, they're not small at all. They're the substance of a life well lived. A life that leaves something beautiful behind. God is redeeming the time you think is being wasted. The waiting, the delays, the moments that feel like detours. He's working on them, shaping you, preparing something you can't see yet. So don't despise the slow seasons or the interruptions. They're part of the story too. Your life is a letter of love written to the world. People are reading it, not your words necessarily, but your presence, your patience, your peace, the way you carry yourself, the way you treat people. That's the message. That's what they'll remember. Expect goodness to find you in unexpected places, not just in the big moments, but in the small ones. A kind word from a stranger, a solution that appears out of nowhere, a moment of beauty in the middle of the mundane. Goodness is looking for you today. Keep your eyes open. The joy of the Lord is a well that never runs dry. It's not dependent on circumstances. It's not something you have to manufacture or maintain. It's there, deep, steady, available, even on hard days. Even when you don't feel happy, joy is deeper than happiness, and it's yours. Walk with your head held high as a son or daughter, not in pride, but in the quiet confidence of someone who knows they belong. Someone who knows their Father is proud of them. Someone who knows their name is written down, their place is secure, and their value is settled. Grace is covering every imperfection and mistake, every word you wish you could take back, every decision you second guess, every moment you feel like you fell short. Grace is there, not excusing it, but covering it, redeeming it, making something beautiful out of your humanness. You are completely secure in the palm of His hand, held, protected, known. Nothing can pluck you out. Nothing can separate you. Not failure, no doubt, not distance, not time. You are His, and He doesn't let go. Let your heart remain light, no matter the workload. You can be responsible without being weighed down. You can care deeply without carrying everything. There's a lightness available to you, not carelessness, but freedom. The freedom of knowing that you're doing your part and God is doing His, and His part is so much bigger than yours. God is pleased with you right where you are, not where you think you should be, not when you finally get it all together, right now, today, as you are. His pleasure in you isn't conditional, it's not performance-based. It just is, and it's unwavering. The Spirit is your constant companion and guide. In every conversation, in every decision, in every quiet moment and every chaotic one, He's there, whispering, leading, comforting, strengthening. You're never navigating alone, never figuring it out solo. He's with you, always. Today is full of potential because God is in it. Not because you're going to do everything perfectly. Not because the circumstances are ideal, but because He's present. And wherever He is, possibility exists. Redemption exists. Beauty exists. Hope exists. So go forward now, into the rest of this day, into the meetings and the tasks and the conversations and the quiet moments in between. Go knowing that you carry something the world needs, not something you manufactured, but something you've received. Peace, presence, the awareness of being loved. You are deeply and wildly loved. That's the truth you stand on. That's the ground beneath your feet. That's the reality that holds you when everything else shifts. And I'll be here, walking with you, not ahead of you, pulling you forward, not behind you, pushing you along, right beside you at the same pace. Through whatever comes, amen. Not as an ending, but as a beginning.